Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mentos Plays The Binding of Isaac. We are going to jump in today with a, let's say, an Eve run. I haven't beaten the Cathedral with Eve yet, as far as I can tell. I kind of went through my secrets list again, tried to figure out which characters I still need to beat it with, and Eve is one that I don't believe I have, because I do not have... What does she even get from beating the Cathedral? I think it's some item that I never really use if I recall correctly, but I can't think of what it is actually. It's been a long time. But anyway, obviously I'm not a huge fan of Eve, but it is a bit viable to try to get yourself out of red hearts and run with Whore of Babylon active all the time. And so that's what we're going to be trying to do, because otherwise Eve is a very difficult character to make good. The Sad Onion is a good start though. It doesn't help our damage directly, but it is going to make us fire more, which is going to help us to kill things faster regardless. Obviously item-wise, we're looking for damage ups, we're looking for good deals with the devil that I can use to drop my health down, and we are looking for pretty much anything that's going to help us kill things faster. Health will become important as always, but we're almost guaranteed to get that anyway. But really what we need right now is more damage, as is always the case with an early game Eve run. Anything that is going to boost your damage is going to be hugely beneficial in the long run. I do want to kill that top guy up there, though. I can never remember which is which. The Mullaboom, I think it is. I want to kill you over by this tinted rock over here. That's fine, right there. You can even blow up your buddy if you want. You didn't, but you could have. I wouldn't have minded. So we do have enough spirit hearts where if we get a deal with the devil on this floor without losing them, we are more than capable of parlaying that into taking our red hearts away. Now the question is, should I fight the boss right away or should I look for the item room? It's really kind of a tough call, but I think I'm going to go look for the item room. I'm not too concerned about the basement part 1 and 2. Obviously I've played them countless times over my several hundred hours with this game. So I'm pretty sure that even with Eve's low damage, I should be able to handle them no problem. And it'll give me the chance to try to find items that'll help us with the boss. So, we have a curse room down here. That is an interesting possibility that we will probably be looking to go to. We also will want to find a key. We do have a bomb, so we can go back and get that tinted rock back there. That was just a troll bomb. Not that good of a use of a spirit heart, but it happens. You can't cry over spilled milk every time. Just occasionally. You know, sometimes you need to cry over spilled milk. Because even though it's not a big deal, it's kind of something that you should, you know, be upset about at least once in your life. See what it's like. You know, the small things are sometimes the things that hurt the most. You know, as much as there are obviously worse things that are going to happen, sometimes it's just those little small things. It's like a paper cut. When you get a paper cut, that hurts more than a lot of things, even though it's so small. And it's kind of the similar situation, you know? You shouldn't cry over it every time or even complain about it every time, but you know, if once in a while you're having a bad week and something happens, like you spill milk all over yourself, go right ahead and cry over that spilled milk because you're deserving of it at that point. That was a very weird tangent, but pretty much my point is that, you know, situations describe whether you should be upset over something or not. And I don't think we're in a situation where I should be upset over the fact that the curse room didn't pay out for me. That was a much more simplistic way to put that than the long anecdotal story that I just made up, but hey. You know what? I like to blabber sometimes. I kinda messed up here getting into their line of fire, but they're dead now. We'll go to our item room, the Luckfoot. It's not a bad item to get. If we find any fortune tellers, it's going to be really beneficial. But it's also not the best item to get. It's not going to help us directly in any way in terms of damage or anything. is going to be more of a occasional helpfulness. But either way, we're going to bomb into here, see if we can't get anything good out of it. Never mind. I didn't think my bomb placement through, and that kind of screwed me. And now I wish I had a bomb to fight Mr. Duke of Flies here, because this is going to be a very slow fight. You know, Duke of Flies is like one of the easier bosses, but he just takes so long to kill because he has so much defense by way of his flies. If there was an item in Rebirth that gave you the ability to spawn like Halo of Flies type flies around you like Duke of Flies does, you would pretty much be invincible. Like, he has so much defense, it's not even funny. And if you could just spawn out flies that died after like a hit or two consistently like this, you would pretty much be unstoppable throughout the game to anything that was projectile based. Which is kind of like crazy to think about how much having an item based on this boss would affect things in the game. Let's see now. He is almost dead. We're making progress good. Of course, Eve, sometimes you kind of want to take a hit on the boss fight just to get Dead Bird out there. I didn't do that on purpose, actually, even though that was very serendipitously timed. But you know, sometimes you want to take a hit on the boss just so you can get that Dead Bird out there to do some work for you. But if you're looking for a deal with the devil, of course we have Spirit Heart, so it's not a big deal. But Cat of Nine Tails, a worthless upgrade for us. And we're going to get a Cube of Meat as the other one, so this floor has not gone very well. Not gone very well at all. I'm not all that confident in where we're at or where we're heading towards. But we're going to see what we can pull off at least. Lately I've been starting to play some Crusader Kings 2. I've had it for a while. I got it on sale on Amazon, like $14.99 for the game and all its DLC. But I finally just got into it the other night, and it's a very addictive game. Like, you know, I started off as a little count in Ireland, and I'm like, well, I might as well try to conquer Ireland. And then 6 hours later, I had formed the Kingdom of Ireland, and I had a bunch of, and no deal with the devil. So this first floor was pretty much a bust in every way. But yeah, anyway, I don't think this run is going to go too well. I'm actually kind of tempted to restart, because if the first floor doesn't go well as Eve, it's much harder to recover than it is with most characters. And really the only thing that we got that's a direct usefulness to us is the Sad Onion. But we're going to try to survive here. These guys are going to take an exorbitant amount of hits to kill. But yeah, so you know, it's like 6 hours later, all of a sudden I'm like, huh, I'm still playing this game. And I've taken over the Kingdom of Ireland, and there are only a few counties to stand in my way of being fully united. But, you know, it's kind of getting late now. And I've been playing it quite a bit since then. The problem is, I've run into a situation where my current troops, with all my levies and my vassals' levies raised, comes out to about 10,000 troops. And Scotland, which is the next country that I would logically want to take over, has at least about 15,000 troops that they sent after me as allies in the last county I was taking over. So it's kind of a situation where I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to proceed. Obviously I'm going to need mercenaries to be able to have any chance against their army, but I can't really afford to have mercenaries every single battle I fight. And furthermore, since Scotland is unified, I'm going to have a truce with Scotland every time I take over a single county. And there are a lot of counties in Scotland that I need to take over in order to take over the whole area. So I'm not really sure what my odds are of pulling that off, because it's going to take a really long time. It's going to involve a lot of assassination attempts as well as a lot of just waiting. But it's a game that I've kind of considered putting up on the channel because I really do enjoy playing enough where I think it would make good videos. But at the same time, my computer, I'm not sure if it would handle recording it very well. And on top of that, the What was I gonna say? Well, I mean, it would be a good game because I could have easily an extra save for specifically my Let's Play without all the hassle that it is to have two separate saves for Isaac, which, believe me, is not as easy as it really could be. But, yeah, you know, I'm not sure if I could handle recording it on this computer. No Deal with the Devil again. This run is already making me very frustrated. We got everything we can on this floor, so down we go. It seems like it's going to be another one of those runs where it tries to force me into a situation where I am pretty much not in position to win. And we're getting keys this time, but the item rooms aren't paying out with anything that's going to help us. And other than that, we're not getting much of anything at all. But yeah, so it's something I've considered putting up on the channel, but I don't want to have too many consistent series going, even if I can record it. And right now, with Isaac going with the Delver's Drop Alpha probably out by the time this video goes live, and all that stuff, and just trying to keep up with new releases, it would be kind of outside of my realm of recording possibility to keep up recording so many series at once. And it's not something I want to do where I have, you know, an Isaac video every 3 days, a Crusader Kings video every 3 days, a Delver's Drop video every 3 days, and then an occasional look at another game. I kind of prefer the situation I got going now where I can focus on one thing if I want to and kind of upload extra episodes of other stuff as I want to or as I have the ability to. So yeah, that's definitely something that I want to consider, but it's not something I would say is likely. If I can record it, I would like to at least put up a video of the game, but once again, I'm not sure if that's even possible. I have some weird glitches with it. Like when I try to start it up, usually I have to restart it like 3 or 4 times in order to get the game to run. I'm not sure if anyone else has had that problem. I haven't really looked on the forums yet. But essentially it's like it'll hang up the first time at the title screen, and then the second time it'll hang up loading history files, and then the third time it hangs up at sounds, and then finally the fourth time it'll usually load in. But I'm not sure why that would be. Like, that's not even something that could be related to my computer necessarily in terms of just processing power, because the loading will be less intensive than the actual gameplay. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I still need to kind of try to look and see what it is. But regardless, back to the original point, it's a very good game. If you haven't played it, I do highly recommend it. It gives you definitely a very good strategy feel. It gives you a lot of options on how to run your kingdom, empire, whatever you want to say. So it's a game that is well worth picking up if you enjoy, I guess it's called a grand strategy game, but that's kind of a subset of real-time strategy as far as I'm concerned, just based on the way the game works, where it's running strategy in real time, the basic, you know, definition of RTS. So it's definitely something that I feel is worth picking up if you're interested at all in that kind of game. Sister Maggie is going to help a little bit, not a whole lot though. Let's see where our boss is, see if we can't pull off a deal with the devil. I am willing to go down to 1 heart, even with, to 0 red hearts, even with only half a spirit heart, because I'll probably be safer with the extra damage than I would be with the extra red heart. Of course, now I have no spirit hearts, so, oh my fucking god! I just screwed myself over majorly. Blood rights? No. You know what? I probably shouldn't be just restarting repeatedly on video.